John is a man of focus. Sheer will. I once saw him kill 3 men in a bar. With a pencil.
I can't think of any character in fiction that better embodies the masculine spirit and what it's truly capable of than John Wick. And in this video, my goal is to walk you through all of those tenets and how John Wick perfectly embodies it so that you can implement it into your own life.
Being on the offensive. John Wick is unique in that every room, every situation, and every antagonist he encounters has to adapt to him. The villains and the world around him are constantly on the defensive, reacting to what John is doing. Whether he's killing a leader of the High Table, starting a war between factions, or simply showing up to the villain's stronghold and single-handedly murdering every single person in sight, the characters are all operating at John's mercy. All they could do is try and slow down the inevitable. The scene in the first movie where Vigo describes John to his son encapsulates this perfectly. He literally says,
John will come for you, and you will do nothing because you can do nothing.
Before John even picks up a gun or we see him in action, the main villain already knows that he's lost, because he knows that when you're up against a force of will like John Wick, there's absolutely nothing you could do. And although it is obviously just a movie, this is a perfect embodiment of the masculine spirit, the masculine ideal. A deep commitment to imposing your will on the universe, so much so that the universe has no choice but to give you what you want and submit. This willingness to constantly attack is something that you benefit from implementing in your own life. In dating, approaching without hesitation, being unafraid of rejection, putting massive shots on the board, just going for it, and being the one who sets the frame and dynamic of your interactions with women and having them adapt to you. Being unafraid to speak your mind and be a little bit polarizing, even if that means it may turn the girl off, because you want someone who's going to be aligned with your values. In business, that could mean relentlessly experimenting, trying new ideas, and attacking with sheer force and will to get what you want. You'll notice in the movie that John is almost never reacting. He is the one who puts all of his own plans in motion, even the plans that put him on the run with the entire world literally chasing after him. And every time he does this, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's willing to accept whatever consequences may come his way as a result of those actions. Unafraid of consequences. On the road to getting what you want, you will encounter consequences for your actions and sacrifices. John Wick is so dedicated to fulfilling his mission that he's willing to do whatever it takes and accept anything that comes his way as a result. This aggressive, let the chips fall where they may mentality is a big reason why the character is so compelling, but it's also a powerful lesson you can apply in your own life. Too many people want conditional success. They want something, but they want it done in a certain way, and they want to do it without having to give up too much. When you're operating from this place of timidness, you place too many restrictions on yourself. It's like trying to drive with your foot on the brakes. John Wick has a Terminator-like relentlessness because he's willing to go for what he wants with reckless abandon and get the job done by any means necessary. It sort of reminds me of the quote that Jeff Bezos once said, which is stubborn on vision, flexible on details. You gotta ask yourself, how can you possibly get what you want out of your life if you're nitpicking the way it needs to get done and you're not willing to do whatever it takes? The reason John Wick is who he is because he's willing to dedicate his entire being, his entire soul to his goal. Devotion is the hallmark of who John truly is, and we'd all be better off if we truly internalized the meaning of that word and applied it in our own lives. Supremely capable. Shoot, drive, fight, there's no situation John Wick can't get himself in or out of. Whether it's going in solo to the villain's compound full of hundreds of bad guys with only a pistol and 7 rounds, or climbing up a staircase full of enemies raining bullets down on him, John Wick is a man capable of surviving everything life throws at him. The aura that John Wick projects is due to his supreme capability. When he walks into a room, he commands the entire scene, even though throughout all of these movies, he's probably said maybe a dozen words.
Yeah.
When a truly capable man walks into a room, he commands attention. You feel his presence. You feel his physicality. The man you are now is different than the man you must become to achieve your goals. The difference is, number one, how strong your desire to achieve that goal is, and number two, what you're willing to do to get it. Once you've developed that core burning soul desire to reach your goal, the truth is that the details are easy. I know lots of guys like to watch morning routine videos or productivity videos or do lots of research, but the truth is, if you really fucking want something, it doesn't matter what requires. You're going to do whatever it takes. And it really is that simple. A lot of guys think, oh, I have to go and find the right thing to work on, or I don't know what my goals are. What you really need to get clear on is what exactly is it that you want at your deepest level, at the DNA level. What do you feel is your strongest desire? Because your body responds and evolves based on the stimuli you give it. And if you don't give it a deep core level desire, if it doesn't arise in you, then you're never going to feel motivated or have the energy and willpower to go out and shift the world and impose your will on the universe. Your mind, body, and spirit is only going to evolve when it has the proper stimuli. The superhuman abilities you get when you have an adrenaline dump is a perfect example of this. If you're laying around all day eating Cheetos, not exercising, your body has no reason to become stronger or more capable. But if you're living in the wild, hunting for all your meals, and constantly avoiding death, your body will give you everything you need to become capable of surviving in that environment. This is the fundamental essence of masculinity, being capable of handling anything and everything that comes your way. What this could look like in your own life is learning and gaining competence in a wide array of different skills: shooting, boxing, jiu-jitsu, cooking, learning different languages, wilderness survival, sales and business, charisma, making money, and so on. It's never been easier to master a new skill and add it to your repertoire. So honestly ask yourself, why aren't you your most capable self yet? Radical focus. John Wick is described as a Terminator-like entity.
I once saw him kill 3 men in a bar with a pencil.
He has his eyes on the prize 24/7. He truly encapsulates predator energy. The first thing John is described as is a man of focus.
John is a man of focus.
In a world of infinite distractions, social media, and being constantly plugged into what's going on in the world around you, John Wick is only focused on himself and his goals. Nothing else matters. Just think about a lion when he's hunting down a gazelle. And I know it's corny because all of these alpha male pages always refer to a lion, but there's something very important and something very visceral that we understand when we see a predator laser-like focused on the task at hand, stalking his prey. That intense level of focus is something that if you applied it to your own life for making money, getting in shape, starting a business, could radically change your life. John Wick walks his own path, constantly in his own world. He gets shot, thrown off buildings, hit by cars, stabbed, the list goes on. And yes, it's a movie, but metaphorically, there is a lot to take from this. Every single time he's faced with physical pain and obstacles, he walks right through it and continues on without losing focus, without losing sight of his mission. A man with such a strong bond and commitment to his mission is rarer than ever in the modern day. We're all far too distracted and overwhelmed with cheap dopamine hits to ever allow ourselves to get this obsessed with one singular purpose. It's like the predator example I gave you. When a lion is out on the hunt and he's hungry and he hasn't eaten in days, his only focus is survival. And whether that means tearing out the throat of a gazelle or hunting down every opportunity he has, that's what it takes. Yet it's when you find this purpose and dedicate your entire soul and being to it is when you feel most alive. And it's perhaps a great metaphor that the man in the film who is most married to his mission, who literally kills hundreds of people, is the one who is actually the most alive out of them all. And it's what allows him to bring death to his enemies so effortlessly. That fiery spirit, that obsession with the mission is truly what most people are missing in the modern day. It's why men are more depressed and lonely than ever. They're lacking focus. If you wake up every morning with nothing to work towards, nothing to accomplish, no fire in your spirit driving you to your physical and mental limit, then what's the point of life? One could say that that is precisely why John Wick is unkillable, and we'd all be better off if we applied that same focus to our own missions. Now, with the content I make, my mission is to give you the tools to conquer every aspect of your life, because the truth is, I'm doing all of these things in my own life. These are all thoughts and journeys that I'm experiencing for myself, and I'm sharing them with you here through the content I make, because if they're helpful for me, ideally they'd be helpful for you. This whole journey all starts with having the time and freedom to choose what it is you'd really like to go after and spend your life chasing. The best way to buy that time and freedom back is by first achieving financial freedom. The easiest way to do that is with the skill of sales, because not only will it make you more confident, better at communicating, and more masculine, but it's also the only business skill that simulates a real life hunt. As a sales professional, you only eat what you kill, meaning you earn commissions based on what you sell. It provides that daily battle and mission that most men are lacking in life. Every day your mission and purpose is clear. Sell more to make more. And I can honestly say the most spiritually in tune, the most emotionally in tune, and the most money I've ever made in a short period of time was when I was constantly waking up every single day and slamming 4 or 5 sales calls. And because I know how powerful this skill of sales can be, and because it's a legitimate hard skill. It's not some bullshit crypto coin or learning some stupid dropshipping trend. This is a real skill. It's the oldest skill in business, and a skill that you can apply in every area of your life. I recently put together a new training with my personal friend and mentor, Cole Gordon, one of the guys who showed me sales, showing you how you can use this skill to make 10 to 30K a month from your laptop from anywhere in the world. If you're interested in learning how to do this and embarking on a new purpose and a mission that can generate life-changing money for you, then click the link in the description to check it out. This is not some bullshit guru opportunity or crypto coin. It's just a training that's going to show you how to build this real-life tangible skill, the best way to get started, how to use it to increase your earning potential as a man. It's 100% free to attend. It's with my personal friend, Cole Gordon, the guy who actually taught me sales. I paid him money to teach me sales back in the day when I was first getting into it. And that is why I decided to collaborate with him to bring you some of the same skills that have changed my life so much. So if you like that, check it out. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.